What's up, Tiger Nation? Steve Leslie, ysnlive.com on Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Senior Player Profile, sponsored by WRS Wealth Advisors. Cannot thank them enough for all they do for us at YSN, for what they do for Springfield football. Shout out to you guys and happy Thanksgiving to you all. Senior Player Profile, proud to be joined by senior quarterback safety Beau Brungard. Beau, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I have to ask, senior year, that's hard to put in perspective, isn't it? From playing in a state championship as a sophomore, now you sit here in a state semifinal as a senior. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely a little crazy, you know, just looking back on just what we've been through as a team past couple years and just everything that's happened. And it's crazy to think this is my last year playing high school football with my guys, and it's a little sad, but it really is crazy just to see how far we've come as a team, and I never would have thought that all this would have happened, but I'm so glad it has, and yeah, I'm trying to make a great end to my senior year.
Well, we're going to make a great end. I promise you that. It's going to be a great end. Let's go into that a little bit. Your family. Obviously, I've known your dad and mom a long time. Your brother played last year. Talk about that. Family for you, grandparents, watching you play, that has to mean a lot. Talk about them a little bit.
Yeah, I couldn't ask for a better family. Just the support I get from them and just everything they do for me. Just no matter where the game is, what sport it is. You know, my grandparents and my mom and my brothers and everyone in the family is trying to come and just support me. And just everything they do, especially my mother, just being at home. You know, my dad coaches, and so she's at home doing a lot of work and just cooking and getting the meal ready for us.
Getting the meals ready, no doubt. So you know what? Let's shout out Mom right now, no question. Mom, happy Thanksgiving to you. You got great kids, great husband, and great family. This senior group. Your brother's group was special. There's no doubt about that. But this group here, so bonded together. And I don't want to say just football bonded, because I don't think that does the Springfield community justice of how close you guys really are. Talk about this senior group a little bit.
Yeah, you know, just this group. You know, we've been together for so long playing. Since little Tigers, and it really doesn't matter if we're on the field, if we're off the field. Just no matter what we're doing, it's just like we're always together, and we're always doing something. And I think that really has helped us just to create a bond, and it really helps us on the field, and we just know how to play with each other, and I think we do really well. And like you said, last year was a really special group, and we lost some key players coming into this year, and we really weren't sure how we're going to fill those spots, but guys have stepped up. And we're just playing really great as a team right now, and everyone knows their role, and they're just playing it great, and it's hard to just know what that thing is, that how we're doing it. It's hard to say what it is, but whatever it is, we're just doing it, and
whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, we're just doing it well, and we're gonna keep that up.
There's no doubt you're gonna keep it up. The biggest compliment, Beau, I could give you is the way you handle yourself on and off a football field. I am totally impressed about Beau Brungard as a person. Football is always going to be there for you. You've been around it your whole life. I'm going to take you back to last year. I remember you running for, I want to say, a 60-yarder to give us the lead, running down to the sidelines, getting ready to celebrate. And it didn't work out the way that anyone wanted it to work out. I've said this to all your teammates. Probably the best high school football game I've ever been around. You had a phenomenal game. You talk with your family. You get to be with your brother. You're with your teammates. I want to ask you, where are you at on the bus now that Beau is going to be a senior along with your senior? Did you start to think about that right away, that I got one more shot at this?
Yeah, it kind of took a while to sink in and just feel that I really only have one more year of this. And it was hard, you know, just being on the bus with those guys and knowing I wasn't going to play with them again. But I think that feeling that us juniors at the time had of just that this feeling stinks and we don't want to have this, and whatever it takes, we're going to work to make sure we don't have that again. And I think we really have done that, because being on that bus going home, and just having that feeling. It's not something we want to feel again. And so I think we've put ourselves in a good position to where we can bring it home this year.
I always say this to people, and I know you've probably heard this from your dad. It takes learning how to lose to win. The way you guys have done it for 2 years, I wouldn't want to see anybody do, but I think it's made you stronger as a group, stronger as a coaching staff, stronger as a community. How nice is it to know that you were once that young little guy running around Springfield wanting to be those guys, and now you have younger Springfield Tigers wanting to be like Beau Brungard, Bo Snyder, you name it, Sandine, Joyce, the whole crew. That has to be special for you.
Yeah, well, you know, whenever I was a little kid, it was just I'm always looking up to those high school players. And I think every little kid does. You know, you're just envisioning yourself putting on that jersey and getting on that field in front of your hometown, and just being able to do it with my guys every week, and just a shout out to the community. You know,
Sure.
I don't think they get enough credit for just how many of them just come out and show support. And whether it's a send-off out here in the parking lot or whether it's at the game, you know, they just do everything, and the noise they make, and they're just so great, and we're so lucky to have that.
No doubt.
And not many places have that. But yeah, just knowing that there are little kids who look up to us, and we want to be in our shoes someday. You know, that is a good feeling. And I was there once, and now that we're here, it really is a good feeling.
All right. So I'm going to shout them out once again. Springfield Tiger Nation. They need you. They need you more than ever Saturday night. Loud and proud in Euclid, and you do a good job of packing the stands. It's a big place. Tiger Nation, fill your side of the stadium for this group. All right, let's talk Youngstown State. You make a commitment. I'm kind of happy because I do the radio for Youngstown State. Why Youngstown State for Beau Brungard?
Well, when I was just looking at my options and where I wanted to go, you know, I got to go on a visit there, and just talking to the coaches and just the other players who had committed there, and just seeing the kids who were going to go, it just really felt at home, and there really was another place I wanted to go after being down there and just seeing everything. It really just felt home, and it felt like a place that I wanted to be for the next 4 years. And especially with the coaches, it just felt right. It's just like I wanted to play for them, and Coach Phillips is a great coach, and I'm really looking forward to just being able to play for him.
Well, from all of us at Youngstown State, including myself, I can't wait to call your name for years to come. Dad on a football field, dad at home. He does a very good job of separating those things. But when you look back and you graduate, and I'm going to say it, we hoist the state championship, people don't get many chances to play with brothers and dads like you have been able to do. How special is that?
It really is a special experience. Just knowing that I get to be coached by my dad, and he really is a good coach. Just he has so much knowledge on the sport, and it really is just special. Just having my brothers there in the past. I got to sit behind my brother Brandon for a year, and then getting snaps from Brady.
Yeah.
That was a special thing. And through all of it, I've had my dad just be a great coach, and he really does separate.
Yes,
he really does separate it really well. You know, when we get on the field, he just treats me like I'm another one of the players. He's hard on me, and then when we get home, he's just like my dad again. And so I think it really is. He does a great job at it. I think it really is a special thing that I get to have him as my coach.
Well, shout out to your entire family there. This senior group last year you talked about. Is there a drive to get it for them in the back of this senior group's mind that there's some unfinished business? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. You know, last year it just came down to small mistakes.
Sure.
And
it's the state championship,
yeah.
And those are the two best teams ever.
Yeah.
In that year and that time.
Yeah, and it really came down to small mistakes, and they were a great team. But you know, when you play a team like that, and you make just the littlest things can be big factors in how the game goes. And unfortunately, it just didn't go our way. And so, in the back of our head, you know, we really do want to get it. Just not only for us, but for the past 2 years we've been there. I think those guys really want to
Deserve a
see
piece
us.
of it.
They really do, just for the work they've put in and how far they went, and not being able to get it.
Well, that's awesome. We're with Beau Brungard, player profile. We're not going to do rapid fire because we've done all those with you. Thanksgiving. To practice on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
This is, what, the third year you've been able to do it?
Yep.
What does – first of all, the first question, you are the leader of this football team. You're respected. You work hard. You work harder than anybody else. What does that mean to you?
It really does mean a lot because, a lot of the younger guys, they look up to the captains and the leaders, and you have to set a good example for them on just how to practice on the field and the kind of work it takes to get where you are. And I do enjoy being in that spot because I know that I can be a good example for them and show them what it takes, and I really do enjoy that.
All right, so Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
we all have a lot to be thankful for. I'm thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful for my family, obviously, but I'm thankful for YSN and to be a part of this with you guys for 2 years. What's Beau Brungard thankful for going into Thanksgiving tomorrow? You go to practice and then you get time. What are you thankful for?
A couple of things. I'm very thankful for good health, not only myself but the team being in good health. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my teammates, especially my O-line. I'm thankful
you
for
have
those
to give
guys.
them some love, absolutely.
Got to. And I'm just thankful. Thankful for the past couple of years being able to have great teammates and great coaches. Coaches don't get as much credit as they deserve, and so just a lot of things I'm thankful for.
Well, you have a lot to be thankful for. On behalf of DJ Oakley, Brian Scott, Quinn, myself, I wish you guys nothing but the best. I know how you want this to end is to, hoist a state championship trophy,
Definitely.
no question.
Certainly.
And you are the guy that I have the utmost confidence in. This community has a ton of respect for you guys as a football team, but they need you. I'm going to demand it again.
Yeah.
Euclid Stadium, Saturday night, 7 o'clock. You need that stands filled. Do you hear them when you're playing?
Oh, yeah, you definitely do. When a big play happens or whatever happens in the game, you can just hear the roar of the crowd, and I think that really changes momentum.
Sure it does.
That can swing the momentum.
Sure it does.
The other team hears that, the roar of our crowd, that can change it, and so they do make a big impact.
Okay, well, make a big impact Saturday night. They need you. You heard it from him, myself, Beau Brungard, Steve Leslie. Beau, I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Saturday night. Thanks.
Thank you.